Hello and welcome to Everyday English. I'm your host, Marc. Today, we have a really interesting topic. Have you ever wondered why some people reach their goals? Maybe learning English, getting fit, or finishing a big project, while others find it really difficult. Is it luck or is it talent? Well, our guest today says the answer is something much simpler, but also very powerful. Please welcome Larry to the show. Hi, Larry. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Larry, you believe the secret to achieving goals isn't magic, it's something called consistency. Can you tell our listeners, in simple terms, what you mean by consistency?
Absolutely, Mark. Consistency simply means doing something regularly, again and again, without giving up. It's about showing up and taking small actions every day, or maybe every week, depending on your goal.
Okay, so instead of going to the gym for 5 hours once a month, maybe going for just 20 minutes every day?
Exactly. Think about watering a plant. If you water it a little bit every day, it will grow strong. But if you give it a huge amount of water only once a month, it probably won't do very well.
That's a great way to explain it. Your text mentions this idea that small, repeated actions lead to big results. How does that work? We often think we need to make big efforts.
It does seem that way, but the power is in repetition. When you do something small, over and over again, two amazing things happen. First, it becomes a habit and gets easier. Second, those small actions add up over time. This is sometimes called the compound effect.
The compound effect? Can you explain that a bit more?
Sure, imagine you save just $1 every single day. It doesn't feel like much, right? Just $1. But after a year, you've saved $365. After 10 years, that's $3,650, plus maybe some interest. It grows because you did that small thing consistently. Learning works the same way.
Ah, I see. So, small efforts build on each other. You have a great example in your notes about learning English. Can you share that with our listeners?
Imagine two people learning English. Person A practices speaking 15 minutes daily, while Person B studies for 1 hour once a week.
Who improves faster?
Person A. In a month, Person A practices 450 minutes, 7.5 hours, and over 90 hours in a year. Daily practice helps memory, builds automatic skills, and grows confidence. On the other hand, Person B only studies 52 hours a year. Most importantly, he doesn't make much progress because the gaps are too big. These gaps are really significant, because if you wait too long between practice times, you forget what you learned. This is called the forgetting curve in psychology. Our brains naturally forget information if we don't use it regularly.
That makes perfect sense. So, Larry, why else is consistency so important? You mentioned it builds habits.
Yes, building habits is key. When something becomes a habit, like brushing your teeth, you do it automatically. It doesn't take much willpower. Consistency turns actions into habits. It also brings steady progress. This builds confidence. When you practice regularly, surprisingly, it can reduce stress.
Reduce stress? How?
If you have a big goal, doing everything at once feels overwhelming. But breaking it into small steps makes it less scary and more achievable. You just focus on today's small task.
Okay, this sounds fantastic. But Larry, let's be honest, it's hard sometimes. Why do people struggle so much with being consistent?
That's a great question, Mark. There are a few common challenges. One big one is lack of motivation. People often wait until they feel motivated to start. But motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel excited, other days you just don't.
Right, I know that feeling. I'll do it tomorrow when I feel more like it.
Exactly. But successful people often rely more on discipline than motivation. Discipline means doing it even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is great when it's there, but discipline keeps you going when motivation fades.
So, don't wait for the feeling, just do it.
Pretty much. Another challenge is distractions and excuses. Our phones, TV, social media, they are always calling for our attention. It's easy to get pulled away, and we are very good at making excuses. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I'll start next week.
Guilty as charged. I've used all of those excuses.
We all have. The third big challenge is not seeing quick results. People start something, work hard for a week or two, and if they don't see a big change, they get discouraged and quit. It's like planting that seed. You don't see the tree overnight. You have to keep watering it.
Okay, so lack of motivation, distractions and excuses, and impatience with results. These are definitely big hurdles. How can our listeners overcome them and actually stay consistent?
For motivation, make a routine. Set a specific time for your activity. Maybe practice English every morning with your coffee. Stick to it even on days you don't feel motivated. Also, remind yourself what your big goal is. Sometimes, just starting is the hardest part. Tell yourself you'll just do it for at least 5 minutes. Often, once you start, you keep going.
The 5-minute trick. I like that. What about distractions and excuses?
For distractions, you need to manage your environment for distractions. If your phone distracts you, put it in another room. When you need to focus. If someone else lives at home, ask them not to ask anything for 15 minutes.
Simple, but effective. And for the problem of not seeing results quickly,
Yes, the key is patience and tracking. Success takes time, so don't just focus on the final goal. Celebrate small wins, like practicing English for 10 minutes today. Track your efforts with a journal or app. After a month or two, you'll be amazed at how much those small steps add up.
that's really helpful. Track progress, celebrate small wins, and be patient. Larry, you also mentioned a simple 3-step formula in your notes to help people stay consistent. Can you share that?
Sure, it's designed to make consistency feel less daunting. Step 1. Start small. This is crucial. Don't try to change everything at once. Make the action ridiculously small. So small it feels easy to do. Want to exercise? Start with 5 minutes. Want to learn English? Maybe learn 3 new words a day, or practice for 5 to 10 minutes. The goal isn't big results today. The goal is to simply do it today and build momentum.
Okay, start really small so it's easy to do every day. What's step 2?
Step 2. Stay accountable, which means tracking what you do. It helps you see your progress and stay motivated. You can use a simple notebook or a calendar and just put a check mark every day you complete your small task.
Right, just seeing that chain of check marks on your calendar. And step 3?
Step 3. Make it a habit. The best way to make something a habit is to link it to an existing habit. For example, after I finish my breakfast, this is existing habit. I will practice English for 10 minutes, that is new habit. Or, before I go to bed, existing habit, I will read one page of my book, new habit. Doing it at the same time every day will make it a habit.
So the formula is 1. Start small. 2. Stay accountable. Track it. And 3. Link it to something you already do. That sounds very manageable.
Exactly. It's about making it easy to show up every day. Because consistency isn't about being perfect. You might miss a day sometimes, and that's okay. The important thing is to continue the next day. It's about progress, not perfection.
That's a very important point. Don't give up just because you missed one day.
Yes, the core message is that small repeated efforts are incredibly powerful. Success doesn't usually come from one giant leap, but from thousands of tiny steps taken consistently.
Okay, well, Larry, thank you so much for sharing these ideas with us and our listeners. I think this gives everyone a very practical way to think about achieving their goals, especially learning English.
My pleasure, Mark. Remember, everyone listening, just start small, do it regularly, and be patient with yourself. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve over time.
Great advice. Okay, listeners, that's all the time we have for today. A big thank you to Larry. What's one small step you can take today towards your goal? Maybe practice English for just 5 minutes after this podcast? Give it a try. Bye-bye.